Dillian Whyte loses his mandatory spot and his interim title in one go.
Welcome to Real Life Boxing!
Blessed love and blessed day, oh boxing world, boxing nation, fighting world, fighting nation. It's Coach Fire and this is Real Life Boxing. Dillian Whyte loses his mandatory spot and interim WBC title pending his investigation. Hey, before we get into it, I'm gonna ask you guys to smash the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell icon so you could be notified when new content is being uploaded. And you can be notified when we are going live. World Boxing News. Let's get into it. World Boxing News has been informed by the WBC that Dillian Whyte is no longer recognized as the interim champion. Whyte gave an adverse finding 3 days prior to his clash with Oscar Rivas. He was initially cleared by UK Anti-Doping and the British Boxing Board of Council due to the WBC not being involved or informed of the process to allow Whyte to fight at a hastily arranged hearing. The Britain is temporarily suspended. This means Whyte is no longer WBC interim title holder. He will not be mandatory challenger to Deontay Wilder until his innocence is proven. A statement handed to WBN on Tuesday read as follows: an A sample UCAT collected from Mr. Dillian Whyte due to his bout against Oscar Rivas yielding an adverse finding. In light of that adverse finding and pending the outcome of WBC's own investigation and adjudicatory process, the WBC is provisionally suspending the WBC's recognition of Dillian Whyte as a WBC interim world title champion, also mandatory challenger of the division. The WBC has notified Mr. Whyte and his team of the WBC suspension. It will afford Mr. Whyte the opportunity to present their position to the WBC. An investigation hearing will take place at a place and time to be announced in the near future. So the WBC is suspending Dillian Whyte as the WBC mandatory heavyweight champion and as the WBC mandatory for the heavyweight champion. We know they turned in one sample, which was the A sample, and now we're waiting for a B sample if Dillian Whyte has selected to go ahead and get a B sample. We haven't heard much from like the opposite sides other than Dillian Whyte coming out and saying that he was being framed or whatever have you. But regardless of the matter, the WBC is giving him an opportunity to tell his side of the story at a hearing. He also will be allowed to present his B sample. Now, so if you guys don't know how this works, they take two samples from the same entity. So you pee in a cup, they take two samples from it, or whether it's blood, they take two samples from it, one being an A, one being a B. Usually if the A sample comes back negative, then they allow you to go ahead and test the B side, because the B side kind of proves it. Now you have to pay for this, and the fighter has to pay for it out of their own pocket, I believe. So a lot of times they don't even go and test the B side. But in this case, Dillian Whyte might want to have the B side tested. So either way, that's what we're waiting for. PD specialists have come out and said that if these metabolites or whatever they were in his system, then he had to have the PEDs in his system. Whether he was directly taking him or whether it was cross-contaminated with another supplement that he took, or whether somebody framed him with the shit, put it in his drink, or knocked him out and then stuck him with a needle. Who knows? But it's pretty unfortunate. Like I said, I like Dillian Whyte. It's pretty unfortunate because this would be the second time that he's failing a drug test. Also, further down in this article, they said that he can be facing an 8-year suspension. An 8-year suspension because he formally failed a drug test, and he was suspended for 2 years from 2012 to 2014. So this would be quite unfortunate, man. And just for the simple fact that these guys never told or they never informed Oscar Rivas. They never informed the WBC. You know what I mean? In any case, even if a drug test was failed, like Oscar Rivas should have been notified, because he would still have the option to take the fight or not. So the drug test was failed. They said that they had a hearing and they cleared Dillian Whyte, but then they still, even though they clear him, they should still inform Oscar Rivas, because Oscar Rivas would then, he should then be able to decide, all right, if he's gonna fight this guy on PEDs or not, because he can, like when Danny Garcia and Eric Morales fought. Eric Morales failed his drug test for clenbuterol, but Danny Garcia and them was like, yo, whatever, we'll take the fight anyway. So just like AJ has said, he would still fight Big Baby Miller even though he failed the drug test, but he just they just didn't give him a license to fight. So it's unfortunate for Dillian Whyte, man. It's unfortunate, mainly because he's already failed the drug test, and now another one, and it's kind of hard to I don't know, it's kind of hard to cover this stuff up, man. You guys tell me what y'all think about it in the comment section. I'm not an informant, I'm not an agent. I like Dillian Whyte. He failed the drug test. Y'all tell me what y'all think about it in the comment section. Keep fighting the fight and protect yourself at all times, man. So if you like this video and you would like to see more great content like this on the channel, go to the PayPal link or the Cash App link in the description and show your appreciation by donating any amount that you feel is equivalent to the value of this video. Thanks for watching. Thanks for the support. This is Real Life Boxing.